Why is it so hard to end chaos and drama-filled relationships? Why is it so hard to leave unhealthy relationships? Hey, David Essel here, David Essel's Daily Video Boost, your exclusive online video community. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. Remember to take notes. Do not trust your brain. And then do one thing today that you'd rather not do. 2 major keys of success. So why is it, you're in a relationship with someone who's just insane? They are blowing through all your money and they won't stop. They're an addict. They're an alcoholic. They're emotionally abusive, emotionally distant. They lie constantly. Like, why is it that we would stay in relationships like that? It's interesting, isn't it? I have worked over the last almost 30 years as a counselor and a coach with so many incredibly smart, educated, successful people that when it comes to relationships, they get stuck. They have a really hard time setting boundaries, setting consequences, and the relationships when you're with someone who is quote-unquote insane, and I say that with love, that is struggling on their own and refuses to get help and refuses to change and promises the world and does nothing, and we stay. So let me tell you something that's quite surprising. I have a client that I've worked with in the past who is married to a guy that never followed his word, created unbelievable chaos and drama, would go out and drink and just disappear, ghost her. So she'd be texting, and no text would come back. And then sometimes late at night he'd send a text, and sometimes it was the next day. And now she's an outrageously successful and smart person. So why would she stay in that relationship? I worked with another guy who married a woman, and within the first 6 months, she had almost drained his bank account. And within a year, it was worse. And she kept saying she was going to change and saying she was going to change, and she never did. Why did he stay? 25 years later, he finally left. After going through 25 years of hell, he finally left. But why did he stay for 25 years? And the answer to this, for all of you who are my clients and you've worked with me, you know it's going to be centered in the subconscious mind. But here's something interesting. So when we are codependent, which is examples of what we're talking about, staying with people that break their word, that say they're going to change, that never change, and we keep giving them second, third, 500 chances, that's a definition of codependency, right? We're afraid to set strong boundaries with consequences. The consequence is, if you do this again, we're going to counseling for 4 months. If the counseling doesn't work, we're divorcing. If you do this again after you've told me 300 times you're not going to, I'm filing for divorce and I'm going to follow through. Like, I don't mess around with people like this at all. But but listen, in the past, I've stayed in those kind of insane relationships too, so I'm not a saint, okay? I used to struggle deeply with codependency and intimacy. But one of the major reasons we stay is because we have low self-confidence and low self-esteem, right? That's the basis of codependency. The other reason we stay is because we can become addicted to the chaos and drama. Isn't that wild? So when there's arguing in relationships, there's a release of adrenaline. Adrenaline is a highly addictive hormone. So when that adrenaline is released and we get really angry and then we make up, and then we get really angry and then we make up, there's a cycle or a pattern that's being set in the physiological brain as well as the subconscious mind that says, I need this. Now, if that wasn't true, ladies and gentlemen, we wouldn't return. What I'm saying is true, and it's one of the reasons we return is because we become addicted to the chaos, to the unsettledness. And pretty soon, this is what we know, and we have withdrawals when we're not with the person. And then the person, let's say the person takes 30 days off or 60 days off, and they come back and they start it all over again. It's what we know, so we stay. We have to shatter that subconscious pattern and the pattern of addiction to adrenaline release, and it's a lot of work, but you can do it. It's not logical that we would stay with someone who abuses us or who lies constantly to us, but we do. If you need help, let me know. Step number 1 is to write down your role of returning to the insanity. You got to put it on paper. Number 2, write down the fears you have of being alone, the fears you have of being without the chaos and drama. This doesn't sound logical, but it's true. If I can help you at all, email me directly at this video. It could be a relationship with a family member that's insane, a best friend that's insane, a partner. It could be a child relationship with an adult child who's just a nutcase, and you keep going back because you're addicted to the chaos and drama. Okay, listen, this is normal. Not healthy, but normal. Or email me directly at talkdavid.com, and you and I will shatter the pattern together, okay? Have a great day.